No hej, trochę poedytowałem sobie postać i wygląda delikatnie inaczej, w sensie ubrania, a mamy zajęcie z zielarstwa, więc przeteleportujmy się tam na prędce, aneks biblioteki. Ach, korzystając z tego proszkofiu. Ja sobie poczekałem zamiast się teleportować, no nieźle, ale mamy dzień, będziemy mieć jasno. Więc zawsze spoko. Tu będziemy mieć najbliżej z sali. Znowu dałem czekaj, a nie teleportację. No to mamy znowu noc. Tak, sala główna, podróż. Powinienem to tak zrobić, a nie, nie tak jak przed chwilą. Teleportacja, to miodzie akcja. Grunt to git, lokalizacja. Dobrze, idziemy na zielarstwo. Idziemy na zielarstwo. Jak możecie zobaczyć, mam preset czarów już ustawiony. Taki, z jakiego na razie póki co korzystam.
Revelio.
Tu pewnie koło tego drzewa będzie można... Tak jak myślałem. Drzewo w szklarni. Tak myślałem, że będzie troszeczkę Pozwiedzałem sobie troszeczkę zamek. Zainteresowałem się, co tutaj ciekawego jest dookoła. No ale zróbmy zajęcie z zielarstwa. Aha, no i musieliśmy poczekać na dzień. Tak jakbyście się zastanawiali, to jest ten czarnej magii strój.
Good morning, Professor
O
Garlick.
Boże.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
Pieprzeni
How
krukoni.
thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bowl.
Ładna nauczycielka, muszę przyznać.
Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
Korzeń mandragory.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
To nie mają
Now,
tych słuchawek?
Everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
O Jezus, ale brzydka i gruba. Ta mandragora oczywiście.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil.
Właź do środka. Krzyczący bydlaku.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
Że się zaraz tak nie rozwalił.
Reparo.
O właśnie.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Krótkie zielarstwo.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting table.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes, of course the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already
Okay.
have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
A, czyli po prostu...
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in
Czyli zwyczajnie...
As you all should know from Professor Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Czyli zwyczajnie musimy sobie sadzić składniki, żeby sobie robić
Hello.
potiony.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Gościu, nie interesujesz mnie.
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomp... Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
Dobra, okej. Trzymaj tabę, wybierzemy kapustę i...
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Aha,
Vicious
okej.
little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Dlaczego mi
Take your time.
gryfon?
I'll see you back in
Akio.
class.
No dobra, no czyli po prostu musimy sobie sadzić różne przybory do robienia potionów i do robienia itemów do walki. Brzmi jak plan. Chociaż i tak będę tylko i wyłącznie prawdopodobnie czarował, bo bez sensu używać jakichś kurde cudownych kapust.
I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Thank you, Professor, but looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor. As we herbologists like to say, tend to your plants and they'll tend to you.
Jebać rośliny.
Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Ale plotkara. No wam szczerze, pieprzyć rośliny. A co?
Mandrakes are really relishing their new pot.
Jedyne co mi się przyda to robienie z nich potionów na leczenie. Dobra, czy ja mam coś tutaj? Hogsmeade nie. W Hogwarcie nie. Mapa świata. Tu coś mamy na mapie świata. Co tu mamy? Tu mamy jakiegoś questa. Dziewczynę z Łagadugu. Okej. Okej, czyli mamy dostępną misję. Pasowałoby tam gdzieś jakoś się udać. Weźmy. Spróbujmy. Może gdzieś mamy teleportację gdzieś blisko. Nie. No może z zamku gdzieś teleportacja blisko tam. Wyjścia. To raczej tu, najbliżej. Się po prostu przeteleportujemy. No i pójdziemy tam. Zobaczymy, co ona od nas chce. Zobaczymy, co też nas spotka po drodze. Ale muszę przyznać, że ładnie to wszystko wygląda. Przydałaby się miotła. Polecielibyśmy tam raz, dwa.
Revelio.
No sprawdzamy, czy coś przy okazji tutaj nie ma. Dom Hagrida. Znaczy, no nie Hagrida, bo Hagrida jeszcze nie ma.
Accio. Levioso.
Zobaczmy, czy da się... Chyba, lataj.
Levioso. Incendio.
Można się pobawić tak zwierzętami. Jakby ktoś był ciekawy, to da się tak właśnie robić. Dobra, tu mamy... tu mamy coś. Tylko pytanie co? To jest... Aha, strony przewodnika i skarbiec. A, to na razie tam się nie będziemy wybierać. Idźmy tam do questa naszego.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Nie. Damy sobie radę. To nie będzie problemem.
Revelio.
Tak właśnie myślałem, że coś słyszałem i to są grzybki. Grzybki się przydadzą pewnie do robienia mikstur różnego rodzaju. Dobra, weźmy sobie to.
It's good to see you, my friend.
I'm not your friend.
You can't imagine.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger.
O
For
Boże.
now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Stworzona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Nie jestem zainteresowany twoją pomocą na chwilę obecną.
What's going on here?
Właśnie się tak zastanawiam. Kto tam się drze? Zaraz mu awadą kadawrą wydupcę. A, jeszcze nie mam. Kurde.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
stupefied!
Levioso. Protego. Stupid. Accio. Incendio. Stupid.
What are you doing?
Levioso. Accio.
Easy. Popychadła.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Ty, nie jesteście ciężcy do pokonania. W części twojego przewodnika nowy typ wroga, okej. A, przed tym było ciężko się bronić. Dobra.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself. Levioso. Protego. Accio. Incendio.
That's just the beginning.
Levioso.
Gdzie gościu w plecy? Frajerze. Pal się. Easy. To było easy.
Revelio.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. Then so close to Hogwarts.
Incendio.
Nie da się. Na pewno nie to.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures.
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Zobaczmy, co się
I brought a
stanie.
trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Okej.
This trunk.
Yes.
Revelio.
Even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
No zobaczmy, co się będzie działo. O,
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio.
Balin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Tak myślałem. No dziwne, żeby było coś innego. Zawiązałem łamigłówkę Merlina. Zobaczmy, co to jest.
Beard, how beautiful!
Okej.
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Revelio.
No, nic więcej, po prostu zrobiło coś takiego. No okej.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, jak to
And
mówią.
do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Dobra, no ukończyliśmy questa głównego z łamigłówkami. Wbiliśmy 9 poziom. Brzmi jak plan. Pytanie, co będzie teraz, dalej? Grzybki pozbierane. Zerknijmy, co tutaj jest, bo tam były złodóbce. Dobra, tutaj coś do rozwalenia jest. Są jakieś potwory. Inne rzeczy. Okej. Co to jest za wioska? Albo nie wioska, tylko... O, jest jakiś sklepik.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
What do you have for sale?
Zobaczmy, co sprzedaje.
What can I
Dokładnie.
help you with today?
No, jakieś siatko skrzydłe. Aha, no dobra, standardowy.
I hope to see
Standardowe
you again
rzeczy.
sometime.
Nic ciekawego, nic nadzwyczajnego. Zobaczmy, gdzie mamy kolejne zajęcia z eliksirów. No to na eliksiry. Może nie do Snape'a, ale do tego drugiego, nie wiem jak on się nazywa. Scooby-Doo. Powiedzmy, że Scooby-Doo.
Revelio.
O, już się nic nowego, ciekawego nie zdobędziemy. Z tymi drzwiami będę musiał popatrzeć dokładnie jaka to jest wskazówka, bo wiem mniej więcej o co z tym chodzi, tylko nie znam który stworek odpowiada za jaką liczbę.
Maybe Aura's or someone from the ministry got
To
this
jest
after the incident
te
in Hogsmeade.
z Gredek.
Professor Black would
Revelio.
never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he
Przez,
is.
zawsze te stwory znikają jak się do nich podbiegnie. Ale eliksiry będziemy mieć następnym razem.